What is up, guys? Welcome back to another awesome episode of the Hillside Garden. Now this is a special day for me, guys. This is my annual day that I'm bringing everything out of the plant room, out the windowsills, and out onto the porch where I have, these guys stationed over here to get some nice, good sun to grow and then to propagate and continue, keeping them in production, right? So I'm gonna give you just a little quick tour. I don't want to make this too long. This will take hours to talk about. There's some aloe species, there's muscadinium, a little skeleton army down here on guard, which is pretty cool. Got some euphorbias over here. Now this one I got actually for my cutting. This right here was just a little tiny stick of a cutting, and I didn't have a name on it, so it's just done great. It's been in this little pot for almost 2 years now, so it's probably going to get repotted at some point this year. And I'm not going to really get into the scientific names of all these guys because I'm going to make specific videos on specific plants later on, again, to save you having to watch hours of me talk about plants. Okay, another awesome aloe. I do like these little jagged edges on the aloe. That is a pretty cool feature. Another euphorbia right here. You can kind of tell it's euphorbia by a little milky sap right there. Kind of got a little banged when I was moving some plants out earlier, so it did leak a little bit. This is the same aloe I showed you the very first one. It's actually in bloom currently. A little crown of thorns, some squill, I think it's called. Little stuff. Now this one here didn't do too well in the plant room. I don't think it liked the conditions it was under, so hopefully it does perk back up. It's kind of root bound as well, but I actually read that these plants actually prefer to be root bound and kind of crowded, so not overly concerned, but we'll probably repot that and divide it at some point during this upcoming growing season. Some little haworthias back here. Started really getting into haworthias this year, guys. I'm gonna make an episode just on those. Madagascar palm, of course. Now this is plants I know will get gigantic over time, but for right now, it's doing fine. It's just happy where it's at. Now I do like this shelf I bought because it has like 3 different levels to it, so it's perfect for sitting your plants out on a porch. So if you guys want to know what that is, let me know. I can give you I'll share the link on the Amazon where I got it from. Now this right here, I just got this the other day, guys, but it's really tiny. This is like a variegated haworthia. I love those colors. I didn't think it was real at first, but it certainly is. This is called, I think it's called baby toes. I'm not sure. This is another relative of lithops, I believe. Some more haworthias, some cacti, and I have a lot of these little aloes back there, guys. They propagate so easily. Just trying to get them and I sell them off, trade them, things like that. So they're easy to propagate. This is my shelf down here. Now this, if you saw my earlier videos of the winter time, about my Hillside Garden episodes about the plant room, this was in the fish tank, like the big fish tank I turned into like a terrarium for all my euphorbias and cacti and stuff. Yeah, so this little aloe is really overcrowded, and I'm not sure what's going on here. It's had better days, so this is probably going to get repotted and see if I can kind of resurrect it. It did not fare well this winter. Just got this cactus. Funny story about this cactus. I just ordered some plants, like the little haworthia variegated I was telling you about, and I ended up getting 3 extra plants inside the box. So I'm not sure if it was the wrong order or someone was just feeling generous, but this random little cactus was in there, and yeah, there we go. It's a little blue cactus. Some more euphorbia, and this is also a euphorbia, but check out the nice little leaves on it. It's pretty cool. And if you look at the top, that is what I think is really cool, that nice little red interior or center or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool. So I like this plant. It's really strange looking. Sometimes euphorbias come in some of the strangest shapes and colors, and it makes them unique. These are actually, speaking of lithops, and some of them are still splitting right here. You can kind of tell. So hopefully give them their first watering. This one here is a little farther along. You can kind of tell how it's splitting and kind of dividing, what they do. So maybe about in a month from now, it might actually get its first water of the year. Another aloe. This actually is a variegated on the inside, if you can't tell right there. A little yellow golden variegation on it. Pretty sweet. I do love aloes. They're I know they're kind of basic and whatever, but there's so many different kinds of aloes that you can pretty much get a pretty nice collection and keep a lot of variety into it. Some sansevierias, I made a video on that. I won't get into that too long. You can check that out. This is the ghost cactus, or another, I forget what it's called. It's a euphorbia. More coming on that specifically plant later on. And yet another euphorbia. Now the name of this is called aeruginosa, which is pretty cool to say. Just buy this plant just so you can say that. All right, so let me show you what else I got going over here on the other bench. Now it's going to kind of walk and talk. I'm not really going to try to edit this at all. Just going to kind of point and shoot, guys. So hens and chicks I got as a gift. That's variegated jade. Check it out. I think this was closer to the light, so it's actually more kind of yellowed out. So that is pretty cool. Another aloe. I just got this one. This is one that came with the order that I did purchase, that I got a bunch of free random things with. Another it's called the coral aloe. It's pretty cool. When it gets stressed out by the sun, it has a more of like a, you can kind of tell the tip right there, a little bit of the corally type features will be more prominent. It's called baby's necklace. This little succulent right here, guys. I do kind of like these little stackables, that's what I call them, but you know, these plants like this. And here's another one similar. Now this one here got kind of ravaged by some mealy bugs this past winter, so I have to really kind of baby that one, get it back to life. But it is putting on some new growth right here, so which is healthy. Some kalanchoe, silver, copper spoons, pickle plant. I forget the name of that. It's a cotyledon plant, I think. It's a blooming, supposed to have nice flowers on it, so it's doing okay. It's a really slow grower. It also got ravaged by mealy bugs, and it's recovered, but it's going to take some time. Another variegated jade right here, guys. If you see something you really like and you want a video just about it, or something like maybe a more detailed or a short or something, drop a little comment down below, guys. I'd be happy to make a specific video about one or a type of plant, or you know, something you saw, questions about, feel free. This is the panda plant, so the kalanchoe. This is the I forget the actual name of it, but it's a ponytail palm. Yeah, and if you've ever seen pictures of this, look it up. In like Mexico, where it's native, this thing is massive. It's like an actual tree. It's insane. It will not get that big inside my house. If it does, then I'll just give it to one of you guys. I don't know. It gets massive. This little bear paw cotyledon plant I'm kind of propagating, nothing really fancy. Another aloe right here. This is a hybrid. I'm not sure what the actual name of this is, but it's pretty cool. Little different colors on it. A little something to mix it up. Just the mother of millions, I think this one is, and the mother of thousands. Another kalanchoe. I did a video on how to propagate this plant, guys. Do check that one out. I'm gonna come back to this one right here in a second. Just some more succulent plants and another more kalanchoe. This is the tiger jaw aloe, which is pretty sweet, right? Check it out, tiger jaws aloe. Now this right here, guys, you've asked for an update. This is the baobab that I grew from seed. It is just now putting on its first little leaf of the year, but it's just a little stick, you know what I mean? Just a little stick. So it's really nothing to update this past winter. It was completely dormant. So here it is. As it grows in the summer, I'll make an update video specifically on this baobab. It has been very requested over and over again, which is awesome, guys, because you're watching the first video, which is definitely cool and really supports the channel. So last thing, we take you back over here to where I started, and these are just more sansevierias. Do check out that video about me talking about each and every one of these in specific. There's another one. This one down here is as well. This is just a little strawberry tower. This stays outside all winter. Not going to talk about that, but if you want to you know, save space, do stuff like that. Another aloe. This one is really overgrown, this little pot. I think I actually did this on the rescue plant. This was a clearance plant on rescue, and I rescued it and showed you how to prune it up and do that kind of stuff. So check that one out if you want to. Another little, I think it's called ruby necklace or something like that. It's a succulent plant. Now this one here, guys, this is the actual, it's called the climbing aloe. See how it kind of just climbs and climbs and climbs? But fun fact, I actually propagated this plant because it was getting so top heavy that right here where I cut it off, it actually sprouted more, kind of divided it out. But check out for the bottom. So it sprouted all these little new shoots from the bottom like this. So it'll actually make like almost like a semi-bush kind of in its native habitat. Check that out if you want to. Google that or look it up wherever you want to. This is a little Medusa type Euphorbia. This little guy looks like an octopus, someone told me, and I'm like, you know what, it actually kind of does, like a little creepy little octopus thing that might have, I don't think it's a flower, but I think it's just a new leaf coming out. Another kalanchoe. This one does not like life too much. It's kind of faded out. I can't really make it happy. I water it too much. I water it not enough. I fertilize it. I don't know what it wants, but it's growing and it's easy to propagate as well. And that's over here. This other, I showed you the tiger jaw aloe I have on the other side of the bench there. Well, this one is just randomly showed up in that same package. So Yeah, I think it's the Aloe Juventus, I think is the name of it. But it's definitely kind of sad when I got it. It was really pale. Had probably been, you know, chopped and dried out, so it was not happy, but it's perking back up. And this is the Streptocarpella, but this one is not the typical purple flower. This is like almost they call it white, even though it's the slightest tinge of like purple still into it. But that is pretty cool. It's a little different variation, hard to find. And some little pomegranates. I started from seed and just some, I think it's a fishbone cactus, some cuttings. And yes, there are tomatoes growing in there. I reused some old soil, and apparently there's tomatoes in it, which I need to deal with. But there you go, guys. This is a quick little, well, I say quick, but it's been about 10.5 minutes now. Just showing you what I've got going on, but it is going to be such a relief to not have to turn on plant lights in the grow room and humidity and stuff. And you know, if I'm out here on the porch and I water something and some water gets spilled, it's going to be okay. I don't worry about cleaning the giant messes up. So this helps restore a little bit of sanity in this springtime to the hillside garden here. Okay, guys, so things do get quite hectic, and this is definitely helping me out as far as getting things organized and back to reality. So there you go, guys, a little parting shot of those shelves. Look at that, look how pretty it is. So thanks for checking it out, guys. Leave a comment down below what the favorite thing you saw on this tour was, and I'll see you next time here at the hillside. Bye-bye.